Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the Prosperous Womb. So, today we're going to dive into pricing and packaging high end coaching offers for high ticket coaching clients or high end coaching clients. You know, this is one of the most popular topics that I hear in this business. After 6.5 years working with high end coaching clients, packaging and pricing are two of the biggest issues that undermine creating profits, creating impact, and really creating a coaching business that you love, one that wraps around your beautiful life. So, what goes into pricing and packaging your high-end coaching offer? I'm going to break this up into four parts. We're going to go, part one is going to be the 6 pricing and packaging mistakes I've seen over the last 6.5 years. Part two is going to be the who and the who. Part three is going to be what goes into, what factors to consider when pricing your high-end coaching offers. And then part four is going to be the biggest fake contractions that show up in the prosperous womb when we're midwifing our pricing and our packaging. So let me know that you're here. If you're here live, and if you're here for the replay, hit replay. We're going to dive right in and start going. So what are the 6 pricing mistakes, the 6 packaging and pricing mistakes that I see? The first one is mirror pricing. What is mirror pricing? That is when I see clients show up and they price as if they're looking in the mirror. They price as if they're going to buy their own coaching offers, or their best friend whose opinions they value is going to buy the coaching offer. No, we are pricing and packaging coaching offers for high-end coaching clients. And I'm going to get into who is the high-end coaching clients, because there's so much online about this that is absolutely false information. Okay. So we don't look in the mirror. We don't look at our bank accounts. We don't figure out, if it was me, would I invest in this? No. We create coaching offers that we know are going to support our clients and that we know they are going to invest in, because it is tied to their highest commitment in life. It is tied to the thing that is most important for them. That is who we're selling to. That is who is investing, not us, not me, not you. No mirror pricing. Okay. The second thing is module pricing. And coaches love this, because I guess somewhere in the coaching industry, we decided that we were going to teach, we're going to be professors, we're going to be consultants, we're going to be mentors, we're going to be strategists. And so we're going to create a university. So we're going to create this university and attract students to us. So we have module 1, module 2, and then we look at our work and say, well, I have 50 modules, or I have 10 modules. How do I price this? No, we're coaches. We support clients to go beyond their own exponential vision. So we price and package based on the outcome and the result, not on the models. And frankly, we need to get rid of the models, because we have systems in place. We have signature systems, ways of a framework for working with clients. So we don't really need models for coaching. They're guidelines. They're not things that we get stuck to, because you know what? It reduces the impact for our clients, because they're stuck to the results within the module. Okay. And there's no possibility outside of the model, because they're good students, right? Because you have become a teacher, now you have students. But when you have an actual client, that client is deserving of possibility. So we move beyond the models and we go to what is the greatest possible result, the best possible outcome when we work together. So no more module pricing. That's why so many coaches are charging 10K for their premium offer, or 25K, because they think, well, I can't charge more than 25K for these modules. It's results, it's outcomes, it's the return on investment, the lifetime value of what we're doing, not the models. Let me know if you're live, whether you can hear me. I want to make sure we can hear each other. You can hear what I'm saying. Okay. So the third mistake that I see coaches do all the time is impact versus volume. When we're moving from low ticket coaching offers and high volume coaching offers to work with lower volume, way lower volume, maybe just one or two or three clients or at most 10, and higher end coaching offers, we tend to be worried that we're going to lose all of that impact because somewhere in the coaching industry, we've been told, someone has said to someone who's whispered it to someone else, that volume equals impact. Volume has nothing to do with impact. That's tied to your ego and how many people you think you need to work with and how many testimonials you think you need to get. Impact, you could impact one person who's a CEO. You could impact one person who's a child who can go impact millions of other students. You can impact one doctor who impacts the entire hospital. You could impact one coach who impacts all her clients, who impacts all the people the client comes in contact with, and so on and so forth. And that is the real impact, the deep dive work that we do. And that one person that we focus on, that is our impact. If it happens that that person touches another life that impacts 500 other lives, that's amazing. But we impact one at a time, one at a time. It's human to human connection, okay? So that's a third mistake, because when we think, oh, I want to work with 500 people, I can't charge 500 people $100,000, so I'm going to just make my $100,000 offer now a $2,000 offer because I want to work with more people. No, impact and volume, not the same thing. The fourth thing I see when it comes to pricing and packaging mistakes is somewhere in the industry, somewhere in the industry, someone has whispered to someone that when you're sharing your testimonials, when you're sharing the work that you've done with your clients, you have to speak in the language of money, because we all want to be rich, skinny, and successful, or whatever. No, if your measuring stick is money, it doesn't mean everybody else's measuring stick is money. Understand your high-end coaching client. What is her measuring stick to work with you? You know, a lot of people who work with me don't care how much money I've made. They work with me because of my audacity to charge $250,000. That's why they work with me, period. Not because of what I've done or where I live or how my life is. No, they don't care about any of that. My audacity gives them permission. That's bottom line. So don't fall for the lies that, oh, I can't sell $1 million coaching offer or a $10,000 coaching offer because in my niche, there's no monetary result or outcome. So I have to, settle for maybe 5,000 or 10K offer. No, don't fall for the lies. I see this so much, especially if you're selling on social media. Stop with the lying. The fifth mistake I see is coaches paying too much, way too much attention to frequently asked questions. We don't care too much about frequently asked questions. When we are structuring our pricing, our packaging, and even our offers and our signature systems, we ask the people who have the coaching tools, because we've been certified, we've been trained, we have the tools and we have expertise that we'll bring with us. We need to identify what questions should have been asked and what questions our clients have that we know they're going to have as step 1, step 2, step 3, that they don't even know they're aware of right now. They're not even aware of those questions right now. Those are the questions that we bring up, because those are the questions that create resonance in our clients. And that is the truth of the work that we do. That's what lands with them in our messaging. That's what lands with them when they hear about our process or our signature framework or system. And that's what lands with them when they hear the outcome or results, because they realize, wow, I didn't even know that. Like, I didn't even think about that. So allow clients to think and see their lives, their health, their relationship, whatever you're coaching on, differently by thinking of questions that should have been asked that have never been asked. That's why you're an expert in the thing that you're coaching on. You're not an expert in your client's business. You're an expert in your tools, in your methodology. And the sixth thing that I see clients just forget about when they're pricing and packaging their coaching offers is this really important one, okay? And that's going to be most of part 2, 3, and 4. That is, you have forgotten about your life. Do not forget about your life. What do I mean by that? So many of us come to the coaching industry because we've done other jobs. Maybe we've been a mom for the last 10 years at home taking care of our kids. So we decide, okay, I want a job. I don't want to go back to the workforce. So I'm going to start my own coaching business. I'm going to get my training, my certification, and I'm going to do coaching. And then many of us have come from corporate, maybe 30 years, 20 years, whatever years. And we forget who we are or what we've done. So we dig a hole and we bury all of our skills, all of our experiences, all of our gifts. We bury all of our certifications, our education. We bury everything we've gone through. And we say, okay, I'm a coach. So because I have this employee mentality, I have to start at the bottom. And so I'm going to charge only $10K for my work because in 10 years, I will promote myself to charging $100,000. It doesn't work like that. So those are the 6 pricing and packaging mistakes. The first one is mirror pricing. The second one is module pricing. The third one is impact versus volume, or impact and volume. The fourth one is don't fall for the lies. The fifth one is paying too much attention to frequently asked questions. And the sixth one is don't forget about your life. So let's get into part 2 and let me know how this is landing for you. Let me know what's coming up for you. Because the whole point of this conversation or this work we're doing is not just to listen to it and think, oh yeah, well, that sounds cool. It's really to look at your own coaching business, no matter what niche you're in. And by the end of this live, by the end of this video, how can you 10x? I don't mean double. Let's start with a double and triple, okay? How can you 10x? How can you 20x your price? How can you take your package, up level the value and add and 10x it? If it's 10K, how can you make it $100,000? If it is 25,000, how can it be 50 or $250,000 for that package today? Because the difference between $10,000, a $10,000 coaching offer and a $100,000 coaching offer is only 90. It's only 90,000. There's no bells and whistles. There's no new thing. It's just $90,000. It's all between the ears. The difference between a $25,000 coaching offer and a $250,000 coaching offer is only $230,000. That's it. We sell it the same way. We talk about it the same way. We work with the same clients. There's no difference. So part 2, who are you? What do you want? And who is your client? Part 2. I love working with coaches, but here's what I've noticed, that we don't focus on our own business because we care so much about our clients and the work that we do. And that is beautiful. And because my clients are coaches, I'm going to focus on coaches on this conversation. And I invite you to focus, when you look at this, through the framework of who is your client. You're right. This fits more than just coaching. You are so right. The work that I do, the work that we do here when it comes to pricing and packaging, when you stop being a coach in 20 years and you want to be a baker, the same thing applies. If you decide you want to go be sell pharmaceutical drugs, the same thing applies. It's not trendy. It's just foundational business elements that we don't really look at because we're so focused on serving, which is wonderful. But we need to think about our own business before we can put a mask on put your mask on in the plane before you put your client's mask on, okay? So no matter what niche you're in, this definitely applies. Thanks for your comments. I appreciate them. I'm going to answer all of the questions that come up and I'll address all the comments when I look at this again, all right? So why are you doing this? Whatever niche you're in, why is your client doing this? Why does she want this thing? So when I'm working with clients as a business coach, I look at their business and I'm saying, okay, you're a midwife of your business, you're the CEO of your business, you're the visionary of your business. I know you want to make 7 figures or 8 figures. I know you want to sell a $250,000 offer or a $100,000 offer. But what's most important here is, why are you doing this? What is it that you want? What kind of lifestyle do you want? What assignment has God called you into? What identity are you stepping into? Why do you want it? What do you want your days to look like? What do you want your months to look like? What do you want a year to look like? How do you want it to go? What lifestyle do you want? How much money do you want to make? What do you enjoy? What does your family life look like? What would make your family life a 10 out of 10? What would make your relationships a 10 out of 10? What will have all of this be a love letters business, the kind of business that wraps around your lifestyle? Because it is exhausting to watch women coaches who are doing so much good in the world, wrap their lifestyle around their business. No, it has to fit the other way. Your business has to wrap around the beautiful lifestyle that you're cultivating. We have one life to live. Okay, I'll move past that. So, what about your family? Like, how do they tie into this for you? How many hours do you want to work? What do you want to get paid? How much do you want to take out of the business in profit? How much profits do you want to have in your business? Okay. How much travel do you want? How many hours do you want to work in a week, in a month? What would work look like? What kind of support do you want? And this is where people look at me and go, oh, I want to hire a VA. I don't care about your VA. You see, when you work with male business coaches, they say to you, oh, you need to go hire a VA or an assistant. No, most women don't want to hire a VA. They want to hire somebody to come clean their house. So stop telling women to hire a VA. They can do the thing. If they want to hire a VA, let them hire a VA. But most women really need support around the home with their children and things like that. Let them be strong enough to talk to their husbands and ask for support, not just go hire a VA. So imagine for yourself, would a massage every Monday help you and support you at your highest level to work at your highest level? Will going to a chiropractor for your back for sitting for so many hours a day help you out? Will acupuncture help your fingers when you're typing so much for the book you're writing? Like, what will support you to show up at your highest level for your clients in your health coaching business, your career coaching business, whatever business? Because that's all going into your pricing, okay? That goes into your pricing. It goes into your packaging. Anything that supports you to show up at your highest level in your faith, in your spirituality, in your life, in your relationships, like what you need to go to couples counseling with your husband, will that support you to show up every day as your best? Will it help if your kids had a life coach or you need a parenting coach? Like, what would support you? Because you have to pay for this, and that price is part of this. All right. And then we look at your high-end coaching client, and this is where we need to cut the BS, because people think, oh, a high-end coaching client is somebody who has money or who can afford this. No, I have never been able to afford any of my coaches, but I have them anyway because they support me at my highest level. A high-end coaching client is someone who has a commitment, and she is committed to making that commitment happen for herself. She has that big priority in her life. Maybe it's someone who just graduated from college, and her biggest commitment is to work for the number one law firm in the country, and you're a career coach, and you're going to support her to do that because that is her greatest commitment. And not just to get the job, but to thrive in the job. So she creates a love letters life for herself while she's in that law firm and go all the way up to partner, whatever she wants to do. It could be somebody who is in high school and wants to go to one of the best colleges that place where she can play tennis. And so you as the parent hire this tennis coach for that person, and your child has a commitment at the highest level to play at the highest level, and she's committed to showing up every day for that lesson or whatever it is. Another high-end example is someone who wants to lose weight so she can have the baby or balance her hormones to have the baby. And she's committed to showing up every day and doing the work and being there and investing in herself, not just in the coaching, but in her life, in every area of her life, because this is what makes her a perfect fit premium client. It has nothing to do with the money. They are so money insensitive because they think about how is this thing going to impact my life? When I invest in a business coach, I don't care. I already have business degrees. I don't care about what we do in the business coaching, but I look at the intangibles of how it's going to affect my relationship with my children, my personal life, my health. Those are the things that matter to me, the quality of my life. How much more time can I spend volunteering with my daughter's school? How much more time can I spend sleeping and traveling and working from wherever I want to work? Those are the things that matter. So when you think of your high-end client, think of what matters to this person, this health coaching niche that I can talk to, that I can speak to, that I can package to. Because if you're packaging and attracting university students because you're calling yourself a teacher or a mentor or strategist or consultant, then that's why you're not attracting premium clients. So understand how she thinks, how she moves in the world, and why she wants the thing and why this commitment is so important to her. Does she want to lose the weight because she wants to fit into her skinny jeans? Or does she want her husband to look at her the way he did on their wedding night? We have to understand what our clients work, because if she wants to fit into her skinny jeans, she's going to show up maybe twice a week or whatever. But if she wants her husband to look at her the way he did on their wedding night, then she's going to be committed because that is so important to her. And that is the foundation at this point for her in her head for her marriage to survive. So we need to understand our clients. Then it's not about the money. It's about what the greatest commitment to themselves in life. That's all a high-end premium client is, okay? Okay, so now that we have that, let's go to what factors to consider. Because pricing is numbers, and numbers are neutral. So in part three, I always say, well, what are you making these numbers mean about you? The only thing I can say about pricing is don't be the bottom guy. Don't be the lowest price in the room. Never show up and say, I'm the lowest price in the room, because your pricing and your packaging are the things that are brave enough to say the quiet thing that you don't want to say about yourself. They're neutral. Pricing itself is neutral, but the packaging says the thing that you don't want to say about yourself. Okay? You get to figure out what that is. But what do we consider? The first thing I say is identify 25 tangible outcomes, including money, if you help your clients to make money, or if whatever you do in some way indirectly supports them to make money. Identify 25 tangible outcomes. And I honestly don't care about those outcomes, and your client doesn't either. And then identify 100 intangible results that you co-create with your clients. Because those intangible results that you co-create with your clients are going to be the foundational elements of your messaging. And that's what supports your client to remember who she is. Your messaging is not there to fill in a gap, to show her that you're here and she's here, you're the professor and she's the student. Your message is simply there to remind her of who God says she is. So she sees your light and she catches onto it and says, oh my God, the lighthouse. I remember now. That is all it's there for. So packaging needs to highlight that. Okay, highlight that, those intangible results that you co-create, the thing that she's too embarrassed to talk about. Here clients come to me and say, yeah, I want to make sales go from 7 to 8 or charge, 250,000. But what they're really saying is the quality of life that they want. Actually, I have a few intangible results with clients that are like key to working with them or them investing in working with me. And that is they get to have the babies that the doctors said they can't. And one reason of that is I'm a certified holistic health coach. That's the work that I do with my clients in my health coaching business. I'm able to bring that to this business and help clients do that while working together. They're able to have regular great sex with their husband. These are all things that clients have said. They're able to have better relationships with their kids, and their kids are now behaving because they have more emotional space for themselves, because they're making more money, they have creative freedom, they have more time, and they can just be present with their families, okay? Then they get to take 6 or 7 week vacations, uninterrupted vacation time with their families. They get to work wherever they want to. They naturally maintain their body weight because, again, as a certified holistic health coach, I support them with their systems, their personal systems to take care of themselves. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't show up at your highest level. You just can't. There's no amount of money that will make you show up at your highest level. People have money and they kill themselves. So let's be clear. Money is not the thing. It's showing up at your highest level and being your best self for yourself. Then they get to clarify who they are. It gives them confidence and conviction. A lot of things. So again, what are 100 intangibles that you co-create with your clients? That's what I think when it comes to pricing. And then the second thing is, what are your real costs? Yeah, your mortgage, the pens that you buy, your laptop, your computer, your video supplies for your YouTube channel or whatever it is, your phone, your paper for your printer, all the things, your VA, all the costs. What are the costs? Because people forget this stuff and they come and say, oh, I want to make $100,000 next year, or I want to make $100,000 a month. It's like, well, what does your business cost you? Well, I mean, my mortgage is, I work from home, so, not much. Yes, it does. It costs you something in terms of your attention, your ATM, your attention, your time, and your money, and your energy. It costs a lot to do this work because you invest in other people. And the only person that cares about you, honestly, is your coach, because you're not thinking about anybody but your clients. So what are the real costs that you have in your business? And the third thing, this is most important. I know I say everything is important, but this is really important. The third thing when you're pricing and packaging your high-end coaching offers is, what is the easiest thing for you? And, I'm going to talk about this when we're doing the offers and signature system in a couple of weeks. But let's just dive into this for a little bit today. What is the easiest thing for you? What comes easiest to you in your coaching business? The thing that you discount and say, well, I can do that in my sleep, or it takes me 5 minutes to do this. I can't charge for that. The thing that comes easiest to you is the thing that you need to be charging for. That needs to be the highest rated thing on your charging form, the investment to work with you. You need to think, I invite people to think like a mechanic. When you go to a mechanic, the default is not to discount their prices because it's going to take them a minute to turn the knob. The default is to price based on their skill and their experience. Coaches don't price on that. They hide their skills and experience and pay. They go, well, that only takes me 45 minutes, so I guess that'll be $4. And the mechanic goes, that takes 45 minutes. They don't even know how long it takes. They just say, well, my skill, my experience, this is the parts, 10,000. So let's start thinking like mechanics. I respect mechanics for that reason. The thing that you're not charging for, that skill set that comes easiest to you, that is profit sitting on a shelf. That's where your high ticket profit explosion is, because it's a thing that you can work less for a lot of money. Okay, so we need to look at that. And then we'll look at what is unique and different about that, which is basically going to be your branding and your signature system. And we're going to talk about in different videos. What are you a solution for? And I know that we're coaches, so we're not solutions. Our offers are not solutions, we co-create. But if you were going to be a solution for your client, what solution would that be? And what is that worth to your client? And before I forget, when you're writing out your tangible and intangible results, assign a dollar value to each of them. So if the intangible result is that your client gets to get 7 weeks vacation, what is the value of a 7-week interrupted vacation with her family to her? Write that down, okay? When you're doing your skills, because this is the biggest part that takes most of our time in this process, is your skills, your magic, your experience, your talent, your gifts, all the things that God has given you. When you're doing those, assign a dollar value to each of those. Assign a dollar value to every experience that you've had, whether it's a divorce. That's what, maybe you're a relationship coach. When I was a relationship coach, I was going through the first part of my divorce, and it was super helpful because my clients could see, if I don't fix my marriage, this is how it's good. This is what it's going to cost me. So again, what is it going to cost your client to not do the thing with you? Okay. Assign a dollar amount to every experience you've been through in your life, whether it's an illness, an autoimmune disease, whatever it is, assign a dollar value to it. And then assign a dollar value to every degree, certification, or training that you've had, that you've paid for and have. Whether it was free or not, assign a dollar value to it. And then you start to see how many millions of dollars of value you're giving to your client. Because you have 100 intangible results, you have 25 tangible results, all of those have dollar values. You have all the skills, they have values, all the experiences have dollar values, all the training certifications have dollar values, just everything. And then you have your real cost too. How much is all of that? I bet you it's over multiple six figures. But are you charging that? No. Are you charging that? No. And then take that value and say, what is the lifetime value to my client when we work together for 18 months? What is the lifetime value to her, whether we work together for 10 weeks or 18 months? For the next year, how much is the value to her for the next year? What is the value compounded every year for 15 months to my client? That is the cost of the investment to work with you. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty and the granular of it all, but I want you to understand and see from a different perspective what it means to price and package. It's not just saying, oh, your coach saying to you, oh, go double your number or add 2 zeros. That's fraud. You can go to jail for that. Okay, you can be prosecuted for that fraud. That's fraud. Don't do that. Look at go step by step. It's an accounting discussion. It's a mathematical discussion. It's an emotional discussion for some people. Their feelings get into it, and pricing has nothing to do with your feelings. So look at it from a very systematic, very profit-based, impact-based. What is my client getting? Because all they care about is what's in it for me. What is your client getting from that work with you in a lifetime value? And for lifetime value, I do 15 years. I do 15 years, whether it's health, in my health coaching business, I do 15 years in my business. I do 15 years with my coaches. If I'm going to support you and you're going to create 7 figures this year, how much are you going to make over the next 15 years based on the work we've done together? How happy and blessed is your family going to be every year for the next 15 years? How are you going to be in your health with all these tools that you have now for the next 15 years? What kind of clients are you going to be working with for the next 15 years? How much impact is this going to have on your mindset for the next 15 years? So this makes $250,000 look like a discount price at this point, right? Okay. So when you're thinking of the pricing and packaging, ask yourself, what would my client love to have that's not already in the marketplace? What would my client love? What results would she love that are not yet around? What questions does she have that haven't been asked or answered yet? And what would get the best results for her? Is it a VIP day package? Is it an 18-month package? Is it a 6-month one-to-one package? Is it a group program? Because my clients all like to feed off each other and they vibe off each other. So you get to decide what is best for the client because you understand her, you know her priority, and what would work best for her. And focus on lifetime value, ROI. I'm going to get into part 4 soon, but there's so much more that goes into this. And I go deeper in this in the high-end coaching clients course. I also go deeper in this in my own coaching courses. And I'm going to just touch base on what packages I have and why I package them that way. So one of my signature package is Supernatural. And Supernatural is 18 months. The reason why I package Supernatural 18 months is because it supports you to co-create that 7-figure or that 8-figure that you want in your business. But most importantly, it gives you a love letters life, a business that wraps around your life for 18 months. Because transformation does not happen in a YouTube video. It doesn't happen in a workshop. It doesn't happen in a 3-week program. Transformation happens on a long term. We evolve, we grow, we learn. When I work with coaches for a year, I don't get transformation. I get recognition and awareness of the situation in my life or my business. And I say, oh, aha, that's what it is. Now the work begins to start to create the transformation that happens when I embody the thing that we're working on. And embodiment takes a while, depending on how much head trash you have between your ears. So that's why I do 18 months. And for 18 months, it's also great if you're working with business owners because it supports them to believe and know that their business will be around in 18 months. That in 18 months, they will still be making the 8 figures, 7 figures they want. It gives them some kind of trust that, yes, when I partner with God and the Holy Spirit, we got this. We got this. The other thing that I look at when I'm talking about packaging with clients is because we're partnering with God and the Holy Spirit, it's different than just pulling stuff out of your ass, okay? You know what is true. You know what to believe. And the truth always sets you free. Because I noticed that most people who are pricing and packaging look at the facts. They look at how much money they made last year. They look at how much money this person is making. They look at what this person on social media has posted about their Stripe account. They look at all these things and not about the truth about who God says they are, what they say they can do. And then they base their pricing on where they think they want to be based on what they made last month. Those are just facts, honey, and facts change from minute to minute. So we need to base our pricing and packaging on the truth, on the truth. And when you know the truth and you believe the truth, what God says you are, who He says you are, what you can do, when you partner with Him, then you price from that place, you package from that place, and you step out with conviction in the results you're co-creating with your coach and with God, because you know, I can do this. Because God's doing it through you. When you package from facts that change from day to day, maybe you package from based on the fact that nobody bought the last offer, so you're going to turn the price down on this one and then just discount it because maybe somebody will buy this one. No, package on the truth. So anyway, Supernatural is 18 months and work together for those months because every quarter, every 4 months, there's a transformation that happens. And every new level you get to, there's more head trash that happens. I call them fake contractions that we need to get over so we can step to the next level. And knowing that you have a coach who's with you every step of the way works amazing wonders in your business. My other offer is a 4-month offer it's called Love Letters. And that's for clients who say, I don't want to hang out with you for 18 months, Mimi, but I want those same results. And I say, okay, let's go do Love Letters and let's do that in 4 months. And then after the 4 months, you get to realize, oh, wait, I do need 18. And then you can come into Supernatural or whatever. So those are my 2 signature offers. Love Letters is only $25,000. That is going to go up in September because that's underpriced. I get that. I realize that, and I hear all the comments from my clients. So Love Letters is $25,000, and Supernatural is $250,000, and that's going to go up too eventually. So that is how I package. And I also have a high ticket profit explosion VIP day for those who say, I don't want 4 months. I don't want 18 months. The way I work, let's just spend a day together in a hotel and just do this virtually or in person. And then I said, okay, that's $25,000. And we go do that for the person who says, I want to do this today. And we do that. So there are options based on how people work because even though we all have greatest commitments, we all work on those commitments in different ways. Some of us just need a day. Some people need 2 years. Some people need 6 months. Some people need a group. So you get to decide. You just price and package and let the client self-lead and decide for themselves what it is they want, okay? So again, to go deeper, you can get the course. You can go on my email list because I dive into this every single day, every single email I send out to my list. And I talk about this on my YouTube channel, so please subscribe and come back for more. And then we're going to get into part 4. What did I write down for part 4? Oh, yeah, the fake contractions. So this is the prosperous womb, right? And you're a midwife, a CEO, a visionary. So a lot of times when I'm working with clients and they come up, I say, why have you been charging 10K? Like, what has you charged 10K for a package that is obviously worth $350,000 and it's a done for you? You're a coach and a consultant. What is wrong with you? And they say, well, I worked with this celebrity coach, this 8-figure guru coach on Instagram, and her associate coaches told me that nobody was going to pay that much for my work, so I should just charge $10,000. And that is a fake contraction. There's a premium client in every audience. And I'm going to do videos about, where to find coaching clients who have been willing to invest at that level, how to create lead generation, how to create content that attracts them, how to generate leads to support you, and how to create marketing and messaging that supports you to attract those high-level, high-end premium clients. So that's not a problem. But let's go to the fake contractions. What excuses, what contractions, what stories have you created about your own coaching business, about why you can't sell a $500,000 coaching offer? I have a story about why I cannot sell $1 million coaching offer. And that's, I always say, well, I don't know, I'm Black. Like, I have all kinds of stories. Before I sold $100,000 coaching offers, I said I was Black. I said, well, I'm too skinny. I said, well, nobody's going to take me seriously because I have blue hair. I was like, I have 18 piercings. Nobody's going to take me seriously. I have a nose ring. I had all kinds of stuff. I don't have hips. It was all kinds of nonsense. My coach just slapped all of that out of me. And then I attract people who have the same stupid stories. Or because I'm Black, because I have an accent, because this happened, because I've only been doing this for 5 years, because I don't have the experience, because that person has been doing it for 20 years. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're partnering with God and the Holy Spirit. Let's do this. Let's bring your experiences, your talents, your gifts, your creativity, the thing you do best in your life, the thing that's easiest to you, all of these things. Let's bring it. Let's bring your passion for this and step fully into your assignment. So it's kind of saying, I'm not good enough. That's one fake contraction that I get all the time. Nobody invests this much in my audience. Nobody in my audience has this much money. Then they generate and get better people in your audience. If I charge this much, nobody will like me or work with me. That's complete BS. People are not here to like you. People are here to get what's for them. They don't care about you. They care about the results you co-create with them. And then they will love you after they co-create the results with you. That's all. So throw in the comments what BS you have or fake contractions you have that have stopped you from charging more than 10K in your business. And if you're not charging 10K yet, just stop playing chicken foot. Watch the videos, join the email list, stay tuned for the course, whatever you have to do, because for me, it's like 10K is the minimum. Even with a course, if you're not willing to charge $25,000, don't invest in the high-end coaching clients course. It'll just make you hurt yourself, because it's for women, for coaches, especially women coaches who want to partner with God and the Holy Spirit to really work with clients who are willing to invest at the $50,000 level, $50,000, the $100,000, the $1 million level. So it'll work for anybody who wants to charge 10K or 5K. But honestly, why would you do that when you can charge more, work less, have a better quality of life, and do all the things that God has put you here to do? So again, let me know how this lands for you. I hope it was helpful. And come back next Saturday, same time, all the Saturdays in September. We're going to dive into all of these areas of high-end coaching clients so that you can go and create your high-end coaching clients. Let me know again how this lands for you. It's been good having you. It's breakfast and swim time, and I will see you on the channel. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you.